Same time though, you cannot argue against the sheer force that Evil Geniuses have been thus far in the 2018 champs. Taking care of Optic, taking care of everyone in the group aside from Elevate, and we'll see if they can bring the thunder here against Team Vitality. Here we go into map number 1. Saint-Marie Dumont. Into the restaurant we go. Vitality versus EG. Aches is going to be first in drop. Maple, an absolute superstar for his team. Pivotal, very instrumental in their procedure here as they make their way towards champs. And already a slower start for EG, but Vitality with the first few points on the board.
And I think this is, again, very, very important. For the likes of Maple and Chain, those are the two players that I'm going to be going into this looking at and thinking, how do they perform under pressure? Because, yeah, pressure is attending your first LAN event. Pressure is finding yourself on the main stage for the first time. But we're here at Call of Duty World Championship. This is as big as it gets for these guys, and this is all new to them. But they're stepping up in big ways already. Maple and Chain, 2 kills to the name, but Evil Genius is breaking on in and contesting the hill. Apathy. A lot of people have dubbed him and Aches that Optic Slayer. The one always taking them down. They find themselves in this championship bracket once again. Kick things off though. 7 seconds until the first rotation. Evil Genius looking to get the scrap time, but we're going to see a challenge once more by Denza.
Yeah, Assault waiting in the wings, getting ready for that rotation over the winery. And as you can see, he's fully in control at this point. His teammates trying to get in there and cover the reinforcements from Vitality before they can make their way into the fight. And so far, so good for EG. They've got control. 50 seconds left on the winery lot. Silly's going to be up front. He's going to be the first line of defense, holding them down. He's got a teammate to his right-hand side and Aches watching the cut across. So that's Aches on your screen. 4 kills in a row for him on his way towards streaks. Not too far away. Again, if he can pick those up, that's going to be pretty big. Chain actually picking up a team kill there, so Vitality, a little bit of dissension in the ranks. Apathy finds his second. Aches, there we go. Streaks to be found. If he can get in there and grab the hard point, he'll be able to get a few more, but Chain's up next. Does manage to get away with his life. Well done there by Aches, not to die, but he's going to have to run into them again. Shots are out. Managed to get one into the back end of Denza there, and that's going to help. 25 points again now to get his way towards the final set of streaks, and that's going to be big. Aches now, fully equipped, fully loaded, ready to rain hell upon Vitality should they ask for it.
And this is the perfect time to have streaks. You're on the rotation, you can bring this down now, take over the parking lot, and this 50-point lead that they're going to have after this hill, they can extend. This maybe can be, 90, 100 points. Putting Vitality to bed straight away will be very, very important for them. Let's see how they are implemented, though. The glide bomb's going to be coming on down, and Tommy should have died there. However, the glide bomb a little bit misplaced, going to hit the roof there as Vitality given a lifeline. As EG, they break on through, 4 down, 1 spawns up. It is Tommy, but EG surely able to take over here.
Yeah, it must have been a heavy wind that pushed that glide bomb over, right, Phil? I think that's exactly what went down there. Tommy still in control of that hard point. Silly bursts his way through with a powerful kill there. Maple now looking to get a little bit back on him, but the perfectly timed stun there takes clean care of Maple. Chain trying to find a piece of this one, but his friends have been taken care of. We do have Vitality now back on the spawn. They're going to be making their way in. Silly also working away with the streaks as well. Apathy and Assault doing the work on the outside of the hard point. Maple goes down. Silly finds himself a glide bomb. Not too far away from the artillery barrage and that fighter pilot. Apathy doing work on the other side of the map now, and you can see Evil Geniuses seem to be winning the individual engagements quite handedly. There's not a whole lot going on for Team Vitality that looks super strong at this point. Tommy, the man we talked about before, 4 and 10, and this fighter pilot has got 3 kills written all over it. If Tommy doesn't find some way to get out of the way, and that's going to do it just that. 103 now to Vitality's 30. And things are looking up for Evil Geniuses.
First rotation was definitely a one-sided affair here. Team Vitality could be feeding Silly. A couple more streaks as he's got the glide bomb. Again, a full set of streaks have already been used from Evil Geniuses, but Chain finding the double, and maybe even more, but no, Silly denies, and full streaks once more for Evil Geniuses here, representing North America, of course, from Vitality. The boys from Britain are coming up here, but it just doesn't seem enough. They seem like they're being outplayed, outslayed, and simply they're losing this battle, Miles.
Yeah, you can see Vitality being put on their back at this point. Evil Genius is too strong. We called this one in the earlier analysis. I'm not sure if you were there. I know I was, as I ran across the stadium. But Evil Geniuses certainly do have an advantage here in some game types. It's in the S&D and the CTF, where we think the advantage may fall to Vitality. But again, anything can change here. We've seen crazier things happen already here at the 2018 Call of Duty World Champs. We'll see if we can't keep this up. EG looking strong still, flipping over to the restaurant as we go into our second set of the rotations. Vitality still yet to really make an impact here. Apathy gets taken care of there by Maple with a lovely bit of a 2-piece as he works his way back towards neutral territory on that kill death count. Still just taking a bit of a heavy hand here. Team Vitality unable to find themselves here on Saint-Marie. Things are looking up for EG, as we said, 137 and climbing. Maple trying to make his way through the outside. He's trying to find any way they can to punch on through to that restaurant. See Aches, big shots down range. He's still holding those players back, and all this time EG are grabbing time. That's time that Vitality really needs. Assault coming in from behind now, Phil, and this is, again, strong work from EG. They're playing the game they want to play, and they're looking very confident in doing so.
Yeah, this is tough for Vitality. You've got to feel sorry for them at this point. They've had so many score streaks put on him, but at the end of the day, Silly 17 and 8, 41 seconds to his name. Aches putting up some big kills as well. Every single player positive assault just with that 1.0, but nevertheless, they're just outslaying. They're playing hardpoint as it should be here, and Silly on the rotation, like a nail in the coffin here, is going to find himself a kill at the perfect time. Look at the minimap, 5, 6, and 7. They're all going to spawn out. This is perfect for Evil Geniuses. And honestly, Vitality, they're just being pushed back further and further. This is giving the confidence to Evil Geniuses.
EG really looking like a Swiss watch right now. Everything is just ticking perfectly. Apathy's about to come in behind potentially 2 players. Chain's going to run into Silly now. There's a chance that will go Silly's way again in the prime position to find a kill. And this one on the turn, but Chain a little too quick for him there. Again, Vitality may be in control, but you can see those blue arrows swarming all over them. They're going to quickly get back into that hard point, grab those points, and continue the run. Silly, 18 and 10, 15 and 7 for Ace. He may be delusional, but he's definitely backing it up with the numbers at this point, and our analysts, they know that much as well. Going over to the next hard point, things are already looking good for EG. They've spawned out, but they're going to be hanging on that position. There's a battle now going down on the other side of the map for those kills, for the rotation. Silly and Co. already in position. If Silly can hang on there, he does have streaks to work with if he wants to flush him out, but Ace is there with a lovely grenade, picks up the 2, and the rest of Vitality now need to flood over towards parking lot if they're to make any dent here on this scoreline.
This could be the most one-sided map you see here in the Nationwide Arena. Honestly, Evil Geniuses making it look easy as they start running through here, and there's so many score streaks available here. Fighter Pilot, Glide Bomb as well. I feel like going over to, you know, the next hard point. Are we even going to need it right now? We are going to see it tick away, but Vitality just trying to find something here. But Fighter Pilot taking not 1, not 2, but 3 players from Vitality. Chain's going to be the 4th one to fall, and that scrap time is actually 30 seconds, which Evil Geniuses are looking to take every single second. The kill feed is all blue, and my goodness, this is an absolute destruction.
Apathy just showing no mercy on Team Vitality. They cannot win it here on this hard point. They can definitely win on the next one, but again, that's how you use streaks. That is the power of a good kill streak. We're about to see the same thing again. Chain and Denza, they need to get away from each other. Tommy, this Glide Bomb got his name written all over it, and we have seen Evil Geniuses now matter of points away. That lookout post could well be the final hard point we see here on this first map. Assault making its way forward, and Chain and Maple hanging in there. Silly's already in. He's first in. Maybe not necessarily best dressed as Maple's hoping for something, but just completely outskilled there. And Maple left with his pants down in the middle of the lookout post, and now Silly may be pressured from all sides, but here come Evil Geniuses, and this is it. A matter of moments now before the game will be finished. Silly could even call in streaks now and slow these players down. His teammates are all around him. Evil Geniuses have just put the absolute iron grip over Vitality here in map number 1. That slight inexperience shows with Team Vitality, quite a new team. They made their way through the last chance qualifier. Evil Geniuses are well and truly oiled, powerful machine from the Pro League. They've been playing World War II at a high level all year long. And a 241, 9 points for the win. There's not a whole lot Vitality can do here. This has been a clinic from Evil Geniuses here in map number 1.
This is not what you want to see if you're a Vitality fan, if you're a Tommy fan. Definitely not what you want to see sitting at 9 and 25, but Silly, positive 13, Ace, positive 12, Apathy is killing it right now at 26 and 18, Assault 22 and 50. Every single player positive, and honestly, it's just like they're padding their stats now. They need 2 points to finish this hard point, but overall, it's a masterclass in how to play hard point. And how much can you take from this? I'm not too sure because of, again, the caliber of teams. We're going to have to wait and see, but the scoreboard said it all, Miles. There's no real need to kind of be shocked about that, but just maybe to the extent that obviously Evil Geniuses won. It's got to be a tough pill to swallow for Vitality.
I actually think they could have won that on lookout post. I think they kind of let that one slide a little easier than they needed to, but either way, Evil Geniuses with an incredibly dominant performance in that first hardpoint map. My God, Vitality. Again, as you said, a tough pill to swallow here at Champs' first match on the day for them, and that's not the way they really want that one to go. Can they be too disappointed with that one? I don't think so. Their hardpoint hasn't been the greatest. Admittedly, they did look very strong against Echo Fox, a team that is a lot more proficient when it comes to the hardpoints. Nationwide jitters, what are we going to call it? First game on the day? We'll see how they go.
And the one thing as well, you know, you're going to outslay by around 40 kills. That's going to happen. We know Vitality and how they got here, obviously through the LCQ and, you know, through that top 32 now into the top 16 was their Search and Destroy. The Search and Destroy is very good. This team is based on kind of those Search and Destroy players, the likes of Denza and Chain as well. It's going to be really important to see how they step up in the game mode that, you know, they prefer. And of course, you know, we're going to just maybe see a game 5, but to see that, it's got to start now for me. We've got to see Vitality tie this series up because Evil Genius, Again, 4 absolute titans here for North America. We're going to see Arden Forest next, London Docks CTF, London Docks Hardpoint if we need it, and London Docks Search and Destroy. Do not forget, Evil Geniuses 3-0'd Optic to send them home. And they continue the trend right now. They're looking phenomenal, Miles.
Looking great, but again, Search and Destroy, not necessarily Evil Genius's bread and butter. It's not where you'd be putting your stock for them to be winning series on. But at this point, it's hard to fault them. The Vitality don't look like the same team they were yesterday. They don't quite have the same fire in their bellies. And that could just be said that maybe yesterday was a little too much for them. They don't quite have the steam to get them into the next day. They don't have the, what it takes to be hanging here in the Nationwide Arena. Again, that's not what I want to be saying, but that's what they're giving us right now. EG, it may not be the team that we expect them to dominate on the Search and Destroy, but as I said before, Vitality don't really look like they've got enough in the tank to really hang with this kind of caliber of team.
It's difficult. You're always going to have an underdog. You're always going to have a favorite. This is maybe a little one-sided in that aspect, but again, we have to highlight this because, if Vitality do tie the series up in the Search and Destroy, do push this to a Game 4 and Game 5, we want to be able to say how incredible this is for Vitality to do that. I'll put my hands up. I did not expect Vitality to be here in the Nationwide Arena. I expected, the likes of Splice or, other teams, Echo Fox, who didn't make it. But this is how it works out. This is the way the cookie crumbles, and right now, Evil Geniuses is having their way. And they'll be very happy on that main stage. They'll be looking at each other thinking, guys, we've got to nail this down in 3. Don't let the momentum slip. Continue what we had from yesterday from Optic Gaming, and let's ride this wave. Of course, the analysts have talked about the bracket. These guys are on that preferred side. Evil Geniuses, they're looking at this and thinking, we take down Vitality, we might have a bit of a quote-unquote easier run to the winner bracket final.
And they certainly could do that. Again, we're going to have FaZe versus Ghost Game. Envy versus Ghost Game a little bit later on today, which could have been FaZe, but that was the first match we saw. One thing we have to go back to again, Evil Geniuses, the fact that they took map number 1 so convincingly. That's a huge indicator for the rest of the series for them, because again, we had doubts about their ability to really close out a series against a team that maybe as an underdog might be able to surprise them. The Vitality really unable to show themselves up there in the hard point does tell me now that this is very much Evil Geniuses' series to win. It's theirs to throw away at the very least. Can we find something special out of Vitality? Can they pull something out of the bag to get themselves back in this one? Absolutely. But it is going to be a much bigger ask here. The Kingslayer Ace, second Search and Destroy KD in the championship groups at 2.44. Again, huge plays from him in yesterday's final matches against Optic. Huge plays all day. They didn't necessarily bring the numbers against Elevate, but in the end, it does not matter because they are there on the stage here in the Nationwide Arena. Here we go, Phil. Map number 2.
Do not forget, on Evil Geniuses, you got 2 rings sat there side by side in Apathy and Aches. Assault and Silly looking for the first, and Vitality. I won't even start with the accomplishments in comparison. But Tommy, with the first blood there, Denza is going to strike second, and Evil Geniuses in round number 1. They're in a little tricky situation. Tommy already read the play from Silly, and the bomb is down. This is perfect for Vitality.
Yeah, this is what we expected. We do expect them to see sign of life here in the Search, and it was a great way to start the first round.
So much confidence. The way Change just jumped out and challenged that, not needed, but again, that's what you want to see, and this is their comfort zone. And again, highlighting the Search and Destroy is so important for Vitality. We saw it yesterday in the way that Vitality got here, was obviously sending home Echo Fox, and had the pleasure of casting that one, and they actually took the CTF as well. We've seen good things, big things, huge things from this squad. And I bet they don't even believe that they're here at this point. I'm sure Tommy will be over the moon, one of only 2 players to attend every single $1 million tournament alongside the notorious Clayster. How far can he go?
Here we go into the second. EG on offense. Silly putting away the snipe from their first attempt. Bit of a mix-up. Got to make these changes. Denza on defense, watching that flank on the outside. Always about to go toe-to-toe with Silly himself, and Silly is going to get the kill. Aches is going to pick Maple off a cross map as well, so that's 2 dead now for Vitality. And with that, Tommy's going to have to make his way through mid-map. They're pushing that bomb back towards the A-bomb site now. This is Tommy watching the smoke cut. Assault's going to be first in, perfect spot. Does get the shots in, but that's not really going to go anywhere unless Chain can get in there and find that kill. He may just be able to do that, but the timing looks a little off. That's going to be Assault with the kill. It's all down to Tommy. And Evil Geniuses just turned this one around in a big way. It was a perfect round from Vitality to begin with, and now EG are back in this one, tying it up 1-1.
And that's just what you want for Evil Geniuses here. To strike back. That first round was poor, by all means, but now 1-1 as we see a nice push towards the A-bomb site here. Patrick Price on your screen, aka Aches, looking for that second World Championship. Of course, all the way back with Complexity was his first. Here we go. Round number 3, 90 seconds on the clock. Let's jump on board with Aches, even though he might be on the defensive round. How's he going to start this one off?
Again, a nice adjustment there from Evil Geniuses to really take on the play from Vitality. A whole load of nothing there from Apathy. Sadly, Silly finds a kill. Backing over the top, a lovely bit of a two-piece there from Silly, and Tommy now left alone again in a 1v3 scenario. Can he make anything of this one? This is a big ask. The B-bomb site is going to be the site of the battle. Vitality on offense, Silly now back and forth. That's a perfect way to distract him. Aches is going to get the kill there, and Tommy, like a moth to a flame, he saw Silly and he thought he had an advantage there, but he had nothing. And in comes Pack and P from behind.
Silly just jiggling left and right, just baiting it out, calling it out to Aches, and again, a nice simple round for the North American squad here as they take the lead both in series and map count. Apathy, Silly, Aches, and Assault. Coming up against Vitality, Maple, Tommy, Denza, and Chain. 90 seconds here, Miles, round number 4. Again, the importance of for search and destroy for this Vitality squad is incredible. And Chain's going to kick it off with the first blood. Can he find a second though as he moves around? He finds number 2. And I like the movement for sure, but Tommy's going to go down, and now just a 3v2.
Lovely start from Chain. Again, you don't really want to be drawn into like a head-on fight with Evil Geniuses against 4 players. Storied players, powerful players. You don't want to be going head-to-head with those guys. You want to be out-maneuvering them, and that's exactly what Chain did. Denza now as well. Pushing Aches to him's lonesome. 1v3 situation. Again, this is back and forth between these two teams, and that's going to be it again. Tied up 2-2, and so far so good for both squads. Pretty evenly matched. Again, I was lightly favoring Vitality going into the start of this series, but I don't know anymore.
I mean, after stage 2, obviously we saw the quote-unquote decline of EG. Their S&D was, to put it simply, awful. And, you know, they've had to go away, work on it, research, watch VOD, you know, whatever they've worked on. You know, they'll come back, and yes, they are better at search and destroy. How good are they, though? We're going to have to find out. They're coming up against an S&D team here, if you like, but Maple 0-2, he'll be looking for his first kill in round number 5, and look at this, it's a 4-stack straight through middle. This looks something straight out of Tommy's playbook here, but it's not going to work, as we do see now left in a 1v2 after a bit of a bloodbath here, Miles. It's Denza versus Aches and Assault.
Yeah, and amongst all the body parts and the smoke and everything that ran through that one, Denza somehow managed to get out alive, and he's just done a big loop, and he's gone straight back through the middle, so he's sticking with the plan. Maybe towards a B push, but you can see both members of EG now wrapping back towards A. Slowly but surely making their way back there, and I think Denza might have just managed to... He's stooped him enough. They think the play's going to be going towards A. You can see the way that Aches is watching that back cut. We have Assault watching over the bridge now as well. That's the bomb down, and here comes the counterattack now. They've got to retake that site. Denza's on his own. The only element he had was surprise, and now he's got a stun to work with. Can he make anything happen here? Both members of EG are now creeping in behind him. Here's a footstep, and he just gets his head stamped in. Denza, that was not the play he wanted. EG really made that retake look easier than it had to be.
It was difficult for Denza as well, in the fact that he did have a PPSH. You know, he has an assault rifle. He can maybe post up top, go to a different lane, you know, go for that long range. But he had to stay close quarters. He had to get in the nook and cranny, but it doesn't pay off. He did hear the footsteps coming through. But again, EG clutch up once again. And this EG team, they've had a roller coaster of a year. From the good, the bad, and the ugly here, but they're back. They're in championship bracket against Team Vitality, and they are in the lead both series and map. Round number 6.
Into the 6th. Denza, a bit of information at the start. It's a 2-2 split. Actually, now they're going to be all forwarding towards A, and it's a big defensive spread from Vitality. That smoke straight to the cabin. They're going to be flooding it immediately. Maple, can he find Silly? He can't. Denza gets a nade on Apathy, and in that, the push has begun. EG are committing to this one hard, and Maple, he's ready. He's got shots in both Aches and Assault. They're the last 2 members alive for EG. Shots are through. Maple, can he finish the job? It's all down to Assault now. That's a beautiful way to get it done for Vitality. That was a big gamble from EG. They were in hard and fast on that bomb, and they committed entirely. And even once they started losing the kills, once they started losing numbers, they still stuck with it. Maybe they could have backed away, maybe they could have changed the game plan, but in the end, 3 members of Vitality alive at the end of that one just to tie it up 3-3. Could have been a change there.
This has round 11 written all over it, so back and forth in the search and destroy. EG looking to clutch up and take a 2-0 lead in the series here. Vitality will have other ideas though. 6 kills for Denza. He's going to be the one rocking the bomb, and this time it looks like he's going back to be Sniper in the hands of Maple. And he's already missed one coming up top. Find the head, no, misses the shot. Grenade's going to go out there, followed by the stun grenade. But again, first blood's so important. Right now you can see that's actually been dominated 4-2 in favor of Vitality, even though the score is tied.
Watching Assault making his way around the left-hand side of the map, flanking back through bunker. Still watching Maple push towards B. He had one chance to take care of Aches and he missed it. Aches will not give him a second chance. Assault though, if he can peek this and catch Denza, that opens up the field. We've got Silly watching mid-map as well. Silly's going to take care of Chain in middle. That's huge. Maple's getting ambitious. Aches goes down from Tommy, and now it's tied up 3-3. Assault on the back end though, Maple can find something with his sniper, redeem himself. There it is. 2v3, Vitality with the numbers, making their way back on towards the bomb site now. EG stacking up, they're lining up, getting close to Silly now in a 1v2, Maple and Tommy. Silly could make something happen here if he can find it, but there we go. Maple picks up an STG and hits the flank. Another round for Vitality.
I just want to go back, point out obviously how well played that was from Vitality. The two players kind of, you know, going back and forth at Bell, you know, just kind of knowing that there's a player here and you, whilst Maple took the time. Maple was the player to get that snipe kill, rotate round. Really well played, really well orchestrated, and Vitality are rewarded for the play here as Evil Genius do lose that round. And we are going to be going once again back at it here. Vitality and Evil Geniuses on the main stage here. And I can't believe it's only Friday. This caliber of games is incredible. Looks like a B push here coming in, but on the sniping side of things, that's going to be Vitality. Chain though, aggressive, fast pace. He's actually not going to see that player in the middle, but it seems like no fear. He could be taken from behind Miles.
So close. So close yet so far. Chain is going to pay for that one. Denza up top as well. Manages to get Aches, so that's going to be 2 dead now. But Vitality Silly manages to just clutch that one up against Denza. Now Maple left on his own with a snipe in a 1v3 situation. This is the second round win in a row for Vitality. Now they're in a tough spot. We're going to see Maple try to retake the site with nothing but a sniper rifle, and he's got a stun grenade in his pocket. 4 kills in a row for him. Halfway towards streaks. This is a prime position. If he can catch Apathy peeking, try and get that information again, that's going to be huge. 30 seconds left on the clock now. Could potentially make something happen. If he just slows it down, takes a deep breath, he may be able to catch Apathy, but he's getting too close. This is now kill range for the PPSH. Round the corner, there's App. Pistols out. If he can find this kill, that'd be big, but maybe not enough with 15 seconds left on the clock. He's going to find one on the turn. Oh my Maple. It would be so sweet indeed, but Assault's got his number. And that's going to be the momentum shift stop there for Vitality with that round win from EG.
It's interesting as well on a 4-kill streak. Sometimes you'd see a player kind of run to the back and just kind of take his time, but he was still roughly around 300, 350 off those streaks, and at this given time, it's going down to the wire. If he did pick up that kill, that would have been even better for the boys of Vitality. But Assault and the boys of Evil Geniuses here picking up the round. Well, I think they know. They know if they win their S&Ds here against Vitality, they should be good.
Again, that play from Maple. If he gets that kill, he could potentially have just run away from Silly there in the end. And now he'd still be close to streaks. Possibly able to break the back of EG here. Apt goes down. Denza goes down. Tied up 3-3 at this point. Again, back and forth between these two teams. Aches versus Chain now in the mid-map. Aches fires first. Chain manages to pick up the kill. A little bit of help there from EG in the back. And that's a beautiful bit of team shooting there from Evil Geniuses. Now Maple in his own once again in a 1v3. Bar no in hand this time. Doesn't have the sniper rifle. And again, just such a difficult scenario to be in. And I feel like Vitality seem to be falling apart at the seams here. Maple can't fault the skill, can't fault the shots, but it's just not enough. With EG, they got the numbers. Yeah,
they traded that out very, very well. They used that cabin wall perfectly. The cover that it gives, incredible stuff. But Silly pouncing on Maple as soon as Aches went down there. And now it's the all-important round. Can EG clutch up and take a 2-0 lead in the series? Or is Vitality going to push this to around 11? I don't believe any streaks are in play. It's coming down to that raw strategy.
Here we go, map point for EG going in around 10. If they can clinch the S&D, as you said, Phil, this is a way to really put the series to bed. Tommy, snipe in hand, 2-2 split on the defense, and it's a 2-2 split on the offense as well for EG. Snipes up for Tommy. His breath may betray him there in the cold as he goes in, finds Silly. Apathy is almost taken care of there as well. The gunfight is going down in mid now from Chain. Shots are out into Assault. This is a big push. EG, the gambler for it. Tommy can't find Apathy on the run, and now he's contesting with him on the bomb site up close. Not able to make it happen again. 2 left in the magazine. If he can get a kill, it'd be huge. He's backing up now with Denza with a minute left on the clock. On the defense, they've completely conceded the B site, and now EG have moved in, and they're putting their feet up.
Bomb is down, 45 seconds on the clock, a 3v3, a retake is on, but Tommy has the sniper. This is not looking good. If EG just hold tight here, take the high ground if you like, it'd favor them by all means, but again, can Tommy strike with the sniper in hand? That's the question. The push is on, and oh my goodness sakes, escapes with his life.
So close. Still a 3v3. Maple trying to make a play happen. A middle shot from behind. That's incredibly unfortunate. Tommy's onto the bomb site. Going up against Apathy in this position. He finds a kill. It's the player directly above him as well. Can he do something here? Oh, the shots were through. Denza, though. It's a 1v1 now. Sort versus Denza. 10 seconds on the clock. If you can get the kill, it's not going to happen. Evil Geniuses take map number 2.
And I tell you what, it was close by all means. The player was weakened by Tommy, but it was simply not enough. That was the search and destroy that Vitality needed, and now the only thing that will save them is the reverse sweep. Evil Geniuses, though, will be looking to close it out in 3, much like they did yesterday against Optic Gaming. Do Vitality have it in them? That's the question.
Vitality are a team that can definitely bounce back, but they don't look like the same Vitality we saw yesterday. They did not have the same passion, the same energy that they had when they were playing against Echo Fox, and here in the Nationwide, they just haven't really come to play. Don't get me wrong, the S&D was close. The first hardpoint was an absolute bloodbath. Evil Geniuses now 2 maps in the lead. 1 more is all they need to do to seal their fate and move on in the winner's bracket. Find out after the break. We'll capture the flag. Picks up the 2, and the rest of Vitality now need to flood over towards parking lot if they're to make any dent here on this scoreline.
This could be the most one-sided map you see here in
To the fans here in the Nationwide Arena and to you watching at home, welcome to the 2008 World League Championships. We're in the winners bracket round 1. It's Evil Geniuses versus Vitality. And as you saw that big old 2 on your screen, EG are up by 2 here in the series. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the first map was not even close. To call it close is to be, what, an incredible lie. It really was an absolute devastating affair. Map number 2 was a little closer, 6-4. Again, falling the way of the Evil Geniuses. Team Vitality have yet to really find themselves here in their winner bracket matchup in the Nationwide Arena. So far, so good if you're still a Vitality fan, because the CTF is where they could turn their woes and their frown upside down. EG, though, is still looking a little too strong. And to be completely honest with you, Momo, I think there's a very, very good chance we may be seeing a 3-0 here, just the way the Evil Geniuses are playing. Yeah,
and again, it's kind of it's kind of expected, should I say, for Evil Geniuses to kind of 3-0 this or even take this series. And you've got to credit, obviously what Vitality have done. My worry is obviously where Vitality fall. We've already seen games on the Bravo station where Team Sween lost out to Ghost Gaming. They lose down. Guess who they're playing first of all? It's FaZe Clan. Champs is not fun when you go down to that loser bracket. It's going to be an absolute shark tank down there. These guys do not want to fall at the first hurdle. For Evil Geniuses, it's great right now. They're 2-0 up. They've just come off a win, obviously 3-0 against Optic Gaming. Everything's going their way. And you know what? They're on that, as I say, quote-unquote, easier side of the bracket. They're going to keep this momentum rolling. And either way, we're going to finish it on London Docks, whether that be map 3, 4, or even 5. The CTF is coming up next. You've got to love Docks CTF, though. You
do, and again, Vitality is a team that we're favouring somewhat in the CTF, and again, London Docks is certainly a map where they can turn this around, but the hard point is the next question. So what, if they win the CTF, they put themselves in a slightly more better position, but they still have to go back into the ring with Evil Geniuses and a hard point, and that is not what you want. Actually, London Docks is EG's best CTF map with 5-2, and that's Pro League record as well. That's just going to be absolutely devastating for Vitality fans. But the solace is there. They will fall down to the lower bracket, where at the moment it isn't too dangerous, but as we said, later on, it's going to become an absolute shark tank. And here we go into map number 3, Vitality versus EG here. 2018 COD Champs CTF is going to be it. 2-0 to Evil Geniuses. Can they close it in 3?
Time to turn up, Tommy. Here we go. Let's get it. Map number 3. Let's see what we're going to see at the break. Of course, London Docks CTF, we can see those very quick caps, the relays, the streaks coming in. Interesting to see how this will go down already. Flag pull, Denza, kill in hand, and you know what? He's running it a very, very nice direction as well, away from the Evil Geniuses players, but there's one sneaking through, I can see already. We're observer Paradox backstage. Silly may have his number. He's going to go for the flag pull. He's going to be taken down, shot from behind. A bit of hesitation there, Miles. And we are going to see flag number 1 dive on in for Vitality. Maybe the start of something special.
Very quick cap, very confident. No real problem there. Silly may have got a decent spawn and made his way across the map, but he could not make too much of it. Denza still 3 kills in a row. Managed to get the cap. Almost got streaks as well, and if he's going to get anxious, he's going for assault. He wants those streaks. If he can stay alive, pick up streaks, that'd be huge. Early on in the game, just over a minute past, that would be the most ideal start for Team Vitality right now. They're going to have to push their way back through mid. Looks like Silly has infiltrated their base, and if they don't steal him with him soon, he's actually right behind him. He's got no idea. That kill's going to be huge. Chain managed to get it done with the butt of his rifle in the end, and now still on board with Denza. Seeing the mission he's on for streaks. He's about to run into assault. If he does it at the right time, it's going to be fine. Otherwise, it's all good, though. Denza manages to clutch up. That's the 4th kill in a row. That's streaks. And that's a good news for Vitality.
Yeah, Denza just needs to play for these streaks now. And he needs to play it really careful, whether that even be baiting your team out. Okay, all right, Denza. Okay, he's here. He's turning up. He might be 2 maps down, but right now he's looking to change the tides. And CTF, he's already 1-0 up. He's got full streaks, and he might have just walked straight past the player, but he's already secured those tier 1, 2, and 3 streaks, Miles, and we know how devastating they can be on a map like Docks.
Yeah, London Docks is wide open. I mean, again, there's a lot of hard cover with the buildings and the coverage you get from barrels, but at the same time, streaks are absolutely invaluable. Chain now, hoping for a pull. The presence on the map has not been that great from Evil Geniuses, but now we've got 3 of them making their way into the base. Vitality and Chain does get cut short there. Skybot comes out there from Denza, unable to find anything out of that one, and now back on the defense. He's going to contend with Silly. Names are up. Ace somehow managed to get that kill. That's huge. Now the flag's away. Maple does manage to answer back, but is it enough? The flag's already over the halfway mark. It's about to go into the back of the net for Evil Geniuses and tie this one up. 2 minutes 35 on the clock. Now we're going to see a bit more action from Evil Geniuses. They start to work towards streaks.
Yes, starting to warm up, it feels like. Obviously a slow start for Evil Geniuses here on CTF. But 2.5 minutes in, all tied up 1-1. And one thing I will say about Vitality, they really controlled that well. They didn't let the relay happen. They nullified it. They let that flag go. And sometimes that's the hardest thing, especially when the pressure is on. You want to chase it. You want to not give them 1 point. But they cut their losses. They tie it up here with 2 minutes left on the first side of CTF here. Now back on the attack is Vitality.
Here they go, pushing. Oh, but Tommy somehow picks up another one there. That's his 4th kill in a row. Ace is now having to dig deep and get right back into his base. Doesn't take care of the flag carry. Denza's going to pick it up. Can Ace make anything happen? It goes for the wallbang, and now Tommy's going to peek out and get the kill. Again, not too far away from streaks. Making his way through middle. Big kill there. Can he find another one? Almost. Does get the return. There it is. The flag is now safe for EG, for Tommy to get streaks.
Silly though, sneaking from behind. He's going to get that flag, and he's going to be running gate side as well. If his teammates can get the kills here, he may be able to get this flag cap. However, here comes the fighter pilot. One's going to go down. 2 of Vitality on the enemy flag. They need to get this flag. They need to get out of there, but Maple's going to fall. The barrage is falling down. The streaks are coming in. And now it could be down to a 1-on-1. Tommy's just going to have to back down for a second, Miles.
Silly's taken the smartest route he possibly could. He's gone underground. The London Underground used as a bomb shelter during World War II, and Silly's just done the exact same thing. He's managed to dodge that entirely. Tommy's now coming for a kill. Oh my goodness, Silly just absolutely eviscerates him, and that may be the flag out. We're in a stalemate situation, but Silly heads up play. Fantastic navigation on the map there to keep himself alive, and now with a minute left on the clock, we're in a stalemate.
60 seconds, here we go. Who's the player to step it up? 2 plays for Vitality on the attack. No one really for EG in the enemy base yet, as Tommy is locking down the lanes, but on your screen is Apathy. Defense is key here, and a kill would help him a lot of information gain. Tommy's actually gone down, so that's going to be attack on the side of Evil Geniuses. Well, maybe both flags could be returned. This is going to be a 1v2 for Silly. An important 1v2 at that. He's going to find the first, not going to find the second. Flag has been returned. A big 1v1 for Denza, but Assault's going to clutch up here. Both the attacking sides do the business, and with 25 seconds left, it's all tied up. But Miles, it wouldn't surprise me if another flag is pulled here.
We could well have seen that. A pair of assassins, all of them got their jobs done as they took care of the flag carriers and managed to get the returns. But 15 seconds now, 1 chance for a potential play, a potential pull. Tommy's trying to lead the charge through mid-map. Chain gets taken down, Ace on the defense now, and you can see EG just rolling back. They don't want to let this happen in the final 2 seconds. Again, a flag pull pushes into a 1-minute stoppage time before the end of the first half. And great way to start this one. Tied up 1-1. There's not a whole lot separating these teams. They're both very clinical in their execution, and this is looking to be a very, very solid CTF, and Vitality need it.
And this is what we saw yesterday from Vitality. Obviously against Echo Fox. Echo Fox, a bit of a shaky hardpoint team. They took that. They then won the Search and Destroy, and they sent them home in that CTF. Here, though, they're coming up against a very, very hard competition in EG. Problem being, they're already 2-0 down. It's nice to see the crowd getting the hype behind this one, but Vitality, they need all the support they can get. Tommy leading the pack here at 13-9. He, in fact, had a slow start on hardpoint himself, so nice to see him turning it around.
Ake's picking up their first kill, another 2 go his way. Silly's also picked up 1, and here comes EG. They're flooding through barrels. Ake's with a perfect drop shot on Maple there. Makes it look easy. Apathy now, just rolling through the players from Vitality off of spawn. Not even a sweat, 2 kills for him. That's the 5th kill in a row for Ake's, 3 now for Apathy. Streaks to be found. Ake's dealing with the players on the, trying to escape their base, just desperately trying to get out of there, and Ake's just says no. Here comes the play. Apathy waiting for something to happen. Making plays himself. Ake's continuing the run with 6 kills in a row. Almost there for streaks. Can Tommy and co flush them out now? The flag hasn't been touched just yet, but they have managed to get them out of their base as much as they possibly can, and Chain it's saved himself a world of hurt by getting rid of those streaks from Ake's.
Ake's 15-9, but like you said, the streaks are going to be stopped. 4 minutes on the clock, though. The score stays the same. We all know what happens at the end of this one. Silly trying to lure out Chain. Should be able to tag him with that grenade, but can he finish him off? That is the question here. Going back into Vitality. No, they need to be aggressive. Chain cut down here by Silly and Fire. Grenades are plenty, and EG are making the use of them. Maple is going to answer back, but right now he's left alone. He can't really do much here as Silly dispatches of him, and now EG will go back on the attack here, and Vitality, they're going to have to hold this defense.
It's a slow push from Vitality. They were unable to make anything of the kills, not able to seize the advantage, and now EG are doing exactly just that. Those kills in the ground being grabbed now from Aches again. 18 and 9 for Aches. That's his 3rd kill on this spree. He's looking to grab a flag as well here. Not able to make that happen. So they're making their way forward. That's the flag on the back of Silly. Aches clearing the lane. He's holding the line down now, but Tommy off spawn immediately is going to overextend and go for the enemy flag. If he can grab this, it is going to slow things down for now, but you know the EG are all over it. Tag comes through. Denza wins a gunfight in middle. Tommy still alive, still with a flag. Can they turn it into a stalemate? At the moment, no. Denza, last line of defense, if Vitality have. Otherwise, this is going to be a 3rd cap for Evil Geniuses, and with those kills, Assault is going to nail it. That's the 3rd flag. The 3rd flag for Evil Geniuses.
3-1 the scoreline. Denza trying all he could do there to defend it, but with 3 against 1, it was only going to end up one way here. And now Vitality, they need to step it up. They need to go up a gear, and they need to do it right now. 2.5 minutes, and we could be seeing EG progress once again on in the championship bracket. Vitality will fall, and that is not where you want to be, but EG dig their heels in. The defense is strong, and honestly, it doesn't look like they're moving.
Chain's coming in from behind. He's hoping to make something happen here, and if he reads his corners right, which he has done, he gets Assault. Another player in front of him is going to take care of him. That's going to be Silly. Tommy now trying to come in, pick up the pieces, but again, it's a staggered Assault. 1 man at a time. It's single file, and at the moment, EG just, the team shot is on. They're all over this one. It's going to take a hero play from Tommy, and sadly, he's gone from hero to 0 with that one. Apathy now just hanging in there. 2 minutes left on the clock. EG, they can win it with 3-1, but they know they want to play this one sensibly. Team Vitality, again, a little disconnected right now, not necessarily working together as well as they possibly could. EG, it's a masterclass in hardpoint. It was a tightly contested search and destroy, and here in the DTM, things are looking up though. Silly makes it 3. His 6th kill in a row.
Flag's been taken, but he's run straight down into the path of 3 players from Evil Geniuses. It's safe to say Silly in the 6-kill streak right now may have just secured the game, the map, and the series here for Evil Geniuses. That was incredible. And again, he is still going strong. 1 more kill, and he's getting ever so close to these tier 2 and tier 3 streaks as well. It's tough for Vitality, but with 60 seconds left on the clock, EG, they can go for another flag pull here, Miles.
Silly's turned this around in a huge way for himself. 8 kills in a row, and he's looking for a flag pull as well. He does have 3 captures to his name. It's a hat-trick. Silly make it his 9th. Can he go any further? The streaks will do it, but he's so close to the enemy base, he doesn't want to risk it. Almost manages to get 2 there. 50 seconds left on the clock. Vitality have got to do a hell of a lot now, but Aches is going to slow him down as they try to make it off spawn. The docks are open, they can run down by water, but is it going to be enough? Assault slowly moving in. He's going to put the brakes on Tommy there. Evil Geniuses are 2 members alive. Silly on the defense. He does have to contend with Denza, who just pulled the flag. Takes a friendly nade, but is it going to be enough to slow him down? Denza's got his runners on. He's made his way across map. He might be able to put this one home, but Silly, he's got some friends in the skies. Is it a Guardian Angel? They're going to call him straight in. Denza's down. Perfect usage of streaks. That's going to cut him in half. Tommy may go down as well. 17 seconds left on the clock. The chance for a flag cap. Apathy's in the base to stop it as well. EG, mastermind plan right there. The streaks come through. Apathy's in there. Flag gets returned. There is no hope in hell now for Vitality as they are about to go down 3-0 in this series. Evil Geniuses, they gave it to Optic, they're giving it to Vitality, and now they progress through to winners round 2.